Hytale beats out Minecraft in a lot of things, but it also has a lot of room to grow. For example, let's start off with the hunger system. Allow me to rephrase. Hytale doesn't have a hunger system per se, it has a stamina system. In Hytale, whenever you're sprinting or in combat, your stamina is depleting at the same time. However, in Hytale, all you have to do is take a pause for a few seconds and your stamina will quickly replenish. Let's compare this to Minecraft, where you have to be constantly eating to continue sprint jumping, just to maintain your hunger and your saturation. The reason I think Hytale's system works a lot better is because you only ever need to eat if you want to regen your health or replenish your stamina at a faster rate, making it a lot more fun and less annoying. Now the next thing I want to talk about is Hytale's PvP/PvE. In my opinion, it's a lot better and more satisfying than Minecraft's. Each weapon in Hytale has their own individual movement ability to help with traversal and allows for more dynamic PvP. They also have what I like to call an ultimate ability, which creates a cool gimmick to play around with and make combat feel a lot more rewarding when playing. Whereas Minecraft feels very one-dimensional to me. In Java, the PvP is limited to blocking with your shield, axe critting, and just trying to get the perfect timing, which can be fun sometimes, but it also just feels very boring to me. Whereas Bedrock is even worse, and it's just spamming the attack button and it makes the game and boss fights feel very limited. The next thing I want to talk about is Hytale's exploration. Now, Minecraft's exploration is one of its strongest points also, but I feel like after only playing Hytale for maybe 10 to 15 hours since launch, I've been blown away by all the biomes and even the cave biomes, which took so many years for Minecraft to finally implement and make their caving feel more interesting. I haven't explored all of Hytale's zones, but just from the ones I have explored, the caves have looked amazing, and they've just been such a breath of fresh air compared to Minecraft, where yes, they had the caves and cliffs update, but it's just felt boring to me for quite a while now. And another thing, I feel like the exploration has allowed for so many different structures. Yes, some of them may feel repetitive and it's just a couple skeletons and some chests, but I feel like in Minecraft, if you're not finding a village or a desert temple or a shipwreck, there's not much to find on the surface, and it just gets a bit boring at some points for me, which is why I think Hytale's exploration is just so amazing, because there's always something to look forward to when you're exploring. Now this next one may not seem like such a big deal to many people, but for me I think it's really important to ensure that the game feels alive, and that's just the amount of mob variety that Hytale has compared to Minecraft. Now in Minecraft, they might release 1, maybe 2, perhaps even 3 mobs in a whole year of development. And all those mobs, they're cool additions most of the time, they feel intentional and they feel like a good fit for the game. But a lot of the times the game feels very empty. You're walking around a desert and maybe you'll see some mobs at night, but what else is there really to see? If you're in the plains, you see the regular cows, sheep, pigs, chickens. It feels very boring to me. But in Hytale, I'm walking around zone 1 and I see bears, I see chickens, I see pigs, I see everything, which is how the real world feels, and that's how a game should feel. I do think though that the Hytale mobs can feel a bit pointless sometimes and simply just to fill space, but to be honest, I'd rather have 20 mobs and 5 of them have a key feature than have 3 mobs and all of them be very important, because it's just about making the game feel alive rather than making everything functional. Now I won't spend too much time on this final one because I've talked about it a lot in my other videos, but that's modding. The amount of modding capability that I've seen surpassed anything that I talked about in my videos and anything that any of us expected. It's actually insane. I've seen people literally make Hytale inside of Hytale, however that works. I've seen reports, which I'm not sure if they're true, I'll have to check it out, of people saying that they might be able to make Minecraft and Hytale cross-play. How would that even work? I'm not a modder, I have no idea, but that would just be insane to see in the game. I think it's just amazing because there's mods coming out literally every single day, and I'm starting to lose track, to be honest. If you guys agree with anything I said, let me know down in the comments. What do you think makes Hytale better than Minecraft? I'm going to try and keep pumping out as many videos for you guys as possible, but life's been busy. I hope you guys are enjoying Hytale as much as I am. Peace. And if you just watched 4.5 minutes of me yapping, then might as well subscribe and like. It helps me out a lot.